Alright, a couple things that we forgot on the last video, and we'll get into a couple more facts as well. I'm going to talk about the actual events after we've had those plane crashes. We didn't talk about Building 7 at all. There was a third building that fell that day that nobody has talked about, even the official 9/11 Commission report. That's how I know it. Don't treat me like a child. Don't talk to me like a child. That makes me look at you even further. And that's exactly what they did with the official report of the 9/11 Commission. Next time you're in any Barnes & Noble, you know, it's there, I guarantee it, or any bookstore, it should be there. Pick it up and read a couple excerpts and pages from that, and you'll find out it's complete crap. You know, Building 7 fell that day, over 50 floors. They were already new. I have BBC reports of them saying that it fell about 30 minutes before it actually fell. You can see it in the background. The reporter's sitting there giving her news. World Trade Center Building 7 has just fallen, and it's sitting there still smoking in the background. How did they know it was going to fall? With just a couple quote-unquote fires. And all of these buildings also actually fell onto their own footprint. Controlled demolitions, and I have plenty of interviews with firefighters and people that were still trying to get people out of the building that heard multiple explosions. There shouldn't have been that. So you can decide for yourself. And I hear this other thing all the time where it's like, that would involve way too many people, blah, 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 blah. Another thing that you won't hear is that weeks prior, there were quote-unquote painters in the buildings. And I don't know if you know anything about modern explosives or C4s, but there's like little gray sticks of butter. That is what they look like, but they're explosives. And you can paint them on, you would never know, never smell it, anything like that. And I think 1,500 degrees is about what jet fuel burns at. These beams in these buildings were supported, fact, they were supported for 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which only a explosive like that could muster up that kind of heat. And continue to burn also. That jet fuel would have been out in hardly any time, or at least lower degrees after initial explosions. And not only that, if it really was burning, if there was jet fuel burning up to 3,000 degrees, which is already impossible, those beams that supported the building would have started to lean a little bit, and you would see the impact. Those buildings would start to topple over like this. We all saw it. Everything fell onto its own footprint, including World Trade Center Building 7, which only had a couple fires going in it at this time. And I also have reports and videos that I posted earlier of BBC doing an interview saying that Building 7 has already fallen when it's already behind them. I also have videos. Look all this stuff up. Don't ever take my word for it. Once again, don't look it up for yourself. It's all there. But you know, I believe in humanity, and I believe in the true goodness of people, and everything that's happened since that day 11 years ago has really turned humanity into a bunch of primal animals, especially this economic collapse. But that's a whole nother topic. I don't want to rant, but I also don't want to treat anybody like children, and I don't want to have to spoon feed it to the mental midgets that are out there. So don't take my word for it. Look all this stuff up. We've got buildings that had a couple fires, and we've got cops with people, news reporters already on the street saying, "Get back! They're gonna pull it." Pull it is any demolition expert will tell you that's typical demo speak, and that's how is that already rigged for something that just had a couple fires in that one building? How is that able to fall on its own footprint? Just questions. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've got all the answers. I don't. There's a lot of gray area, and like I said, all I know really is that the official report is full of crap, and there's something that's being hidden there. So I want everybody else to look into it. I know that there's some people that will see my channel and some people that will watch this on YouTube and Facebook that would never go look it up on their own. Not the stuff that I'm into. And I'm really tired of hearing I've got your own admissions, your own documents here, and everybody just goes, not looking into it, shut up, conspiracy theorist, dismissed, and it happens all the time. People, I'm just crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I spend a lot of free time researching all this stuff, but it's like, no, I'd rather take the MSNBC version of $500 million of our bailout money going to them for the government to tell us what the real news is. True, look that up as well. Okay, that's it, I guess, for this volume 2 of our 9/11 talk here tonight, and next we will definitely be getting into what our world has become since that day. It's not about little men in caves with hardly any resources. It's about taking your liberty and freedoms. We are the beacon. We at one time were the best, not perfect, but we were the best financially, morally. We did better than any other country out there. Why is that? We had a Declaration of Independence, a war, and a constitution that guaranteed us certain rights that all of these people want to tiptoe around. And everybody wants to go, I'm in fear of terrorists. Here's all my freedoms and liberties. Protect me, TSA. Or whoever. We'll get into it in a little bit, and I don't want to go off on a rant here, but thanks for watching this second of things that we know as fact and history of government-sponsored terror and 9/11. We'll see you on the flip side.